Welcome to this mini tutorial on time tracking in Core. Why is it important to track hours in Core? Because this will give your team visibility over how much time is being dedicated to a client. It is important to understand how much time is dedicated to each task, as well as to reworks requested by the client. This will also give you visibility over the current availability of the team to execute these tasks. It will make it easier for the project manager to determine if there are a lot of tasks for the week or if it is still possible to assign a new task. Core has 3 different ways to track hours. When you first log into Core, the first thing you will see is the list of tasks. These are all of the tasks that have been assigned to you. When you begin working on a task, what you can do is in the task list, simply click the play button to start the timer and register time being spent towards that task. Once you have finished the task, you can click on the stop button and the time will automatically be registered towards that task. Another way to track time is manually. For this, you will find the timer button on the task list as well. You can enter the amount of time spent on that task, for example, 1 hour. Both the play stop and the manual timer buttons can also be found in the collaboration view of the task and will be handled the same way by simply clicking on play to start the timer, to stop the timer, as well as to manually enter your time towards that task. The third way to track time in Core will also give you an overview of all the time tracked throughout the week. In order to see this, you simply go to the hours section and you will be able to see day to day how much time was spent on each task. You will have the option to edit in case you want to modify the hours tracked. For example, instead of 3 hours, we can say 2.5. On the right side of the screen, you will see a graph with bars, which are going to indicate the health of the time tracking for each specific day. If the bars are green, it means there is a healthy input of hours, meaning inputting the typical 8 hours a day. If the bar is red, it means that less than 7 hours a day are being registered. And if it is blue, it means that more than 9 hours per day are being registered. The ideal is to have green bars throughout the week. Finally, if you go to the suggested hours column, you're going to see time that Core suggests were spent on the task. Now, how does this work? Through machine learning, Core registers the interactions that we have while working in the system and suggests the time that was spent on a specific task. Meaning if you go into the task, share a message, upload a file, etc., Core is going to take these interactions, learn from them, and will begin to suggest hours worked on the given task. In this case, we can see that Core suggested that I spent 1 hour and 4 minutes on a data collection and research project. If I know that this is true, I simply click on the button and it will automatically track that time that was spent on that task. This can also be changed if you spent more than that. So if I spent more than 16 minutes on this project, I would simply come in and change this manually, for example, 1 hour. So these are the different ways to track time in Core. If you have any questions or doubts, you can use the chat button and we will be available to answer any questions.